Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to apply UV DTF wraps. We have worked with these before on cold cups, but I did want to show you how to apply them to glass tumblers. We are not going to speed up this video. I want you to see it in real time and hopefully help you with any questions you might have so you can also be successful in applying every single UV DTF wrap you apply. So I have a handful of beautiful wraps and decals from GIGAROO. I hope that I'm saying their name right, but I have followed them on Instagram for quite some time. They were the originators of the UV DTF wraps for tumblers. They are such nice ladies and I love their product, obviously, and their content. So if you do not follow them, head on over and give them a follow. They have tons of informational videos as well over on Instagram. They also have a new, well, I want to say new, I have had it for quite some time, bless their hearts. They have sent me this stuff a long time ago and life has been chaos since March and we have just not been able to catch up over here. But they do have this awesome cup cradle that has a rubbery texture to it, so it's not going to scratch any of your tumblers. And if you're working with or have worked with a frosted glass tumbler, maybe you're like me and just always afraid that you're gonna somehow scratch the frosted portion of it, and I don't even know if that's possible. I have never done that before, but mentally I just feel like I'm always scared that I'm going to somehow. And having the cup cradle that is that rubbery, soft texture just reassures that that can no longer happen. It also has two ways that you can position your cup. You can position it flat, which is nice for the full cup wraps, or you can position your tumbler at an angle, which is nice for the decals so that you can line them up nice and straight. So what we're going to do is take our UV DTF wrap. We're going to trim off a little portion of that backing, wrap it around, avoiding pressing the exposed piece down until we have our start and stopping point even. Once that is done, you can lift it up just a bit to allow that backing to sort of remove just a bit. Take your squeegee and with a good bit of pressure, very slowly work your way around the tumbler. When you are about to your starting point, go ahead and just flip that backing up. Take your squeegee and rub down your transfer just a bit and lift up the transfer tape over top about 1 inch to 2 inches. So just in case it overlaps a bit as far as the transfer tape goes, you're not going to go over a portion of that transfer tape and mess up the ending point of your image. So once I have this full wrap on, I'm going to go all over it with my squeegee and really rub it down. You really can think of it as a rub-on transfer. If you have used those before from Southern Belle Glitter, then you should be a pro with this. They are actually very similar in application and just that attention to really rubbing the transfer down before you remove the transfer tape. Treat this as if you had a delicate vinyl decal that you are applying to a sanded tumbler when you remove the transfer tape, okay? You can lift a portion of this up, it can crack, and you don't want that to happen. So you can kind of wiggle back and forth while pulling it away from you or towards you, depending on how you're holding your tumbler. And that will really help minimize any chances of this pulling up any portion of your image. If it does, before you remove the remaining parts of the transfer tape, very carefully lower it back down into place. Rub that piece down with your squeegee tool and you can continue to proceed to remove that tape. These images are waterproof. You cannot throw these in the dishwasher, of course, microwave or anything like that. But once you apply them, you do not have to put any sort of sealant on top. They're done. So now I'm just going to reposition the tumbler so it's sort of at an angle facing me so I can line up my decal straight. And we're going to apply a decal. If it is larger, then I will, of course, use the hinge method once again. Just trim off a piece of that backing, line it up on the tumbler, press the exposed piece down, and then use your squeegee tool to press it down on your tumbler as you're removing that back. Now, if it's a smaller decal, and I will show you here in just a bit, I will just peel the whole thing off and press that down onto the tumbler. You may be wondering where to grab some of these frosted glass tumblers at a really good price. Well, I worked on 50 mystery boxes recently, and I found an incredible deal. I am not sure what wholesale price on these typically is. I haven't made a lot with glass tumblers in the past, and if I have just got one or two at a time, paid the full price. But for my Mother's Day boxes, of course, I wanted to get a little bit better of a deal so that I can sell the boxes for a lesser price for my customers. So I did research a lot and found a bulk supply of tumblers on Amazon. It was 50 frosted glass tumblers. These are 16 ounce, by the way, that I'm working with for $138. And that broke down to about $2.80 per frosted glass. No shipping because, of course, if you have Amazon Prime and you purchase an Amazon Prime item, it is free shipping. And at the time, it did have a 5% clickable coupon. So I got a really great deal on the frosted glasses. They did come in the mail perfectly wrapped, which was much to my surprise. I was so worried that they were going to come all busted and broken up, but they were packaged very, very well, and each individual glass has just a thin wrapper around it, as well as bubble wrap, and come with straws. So I have zero complaints. They were packaged wonderfully. Obviously, the quality is really nice. And these are going to be really good to have around because the holidays are, oh, I hate to say it, but not too far away from us. And these are really good gifts to have in your shop, just ready to purchase. Speaking of good deals, if you want to try out these UV DTF wraps, or if you want to stock up for those bulk tumblers, Hello 10 will save you 10% off at GIGAROO.com. I know someone is going to ask, can you use these under epoxy? And unfortunately, I am not 100% sure for myself. I have seen these used under epoxy, and from the pictures and videos, I cannot see any outlines, but seeing it in a photo or a video can be completely different than having a product in your hand in person. I will add that to my list to try very soon and give y'all an update. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll answer them as quickly as possible. All materials I have used will be listed in the description for you. That is all for today. Thank you all so much, and we will see you next time.